Shalom, family. This is part two. I'm talking about Malcolm X and what took place in that situation. It was a terrible situation. This part two, brothers and sisters. My phone cam stopped because of the timer, and I'm gonna try to pick up where I left off at because we talking about Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam and how religion destroying our people. Yes, even Christianity and an outcome of what took place to Malcolm X brother and sisters. Yes, he was doing a lot of talking, and he was talking too much, and he turned from his own people and went to the enemy, the establishment of the European people, brothers and sisters, and started revealing the things of Islam, of the Nation of Islam, of the leader Elijah Muhammad. That was personal, and so he started aiding the enemy on the attack of the Nation of Islam, brothers and sisters, which he should have tuck it to them himself, and he did these things as well because he knew it was a hit on his life, brothers and sisters. They try to take his life because, and he said in his own statement, he knew too much. But see, by him knowing so much, then he took it to the arch enemy, brothers. The one who brought his head in captivity. He knew all of these things. Even Martin, not I'm about to say Martin Luther King, but Muhammad Ali spoke out against him in a video, in a statement that Malcolm X was wrong to do these things, brothers, simply because he said Malcolm X was nothing. And Elijah Muhammad was a teacher and taught him everything that he knew, brothers and sisters. And see, that's another downfall as well, brothers and sisters. Because he did not know Yah. And so he looked to this man as the word they use, divine or great, on an idolatry status. I mean, which is, if you say divine is dealing with divination, idolatry worship, which is Islam is a idolatry religion. All religion is idolatry, pure God worship. Yes, religion means God worship. Simply as that, idolatry practice. Yes, brothers and sisters. And so Islam and Mecca, Malcolm X learned of when he went there. Yes, and so he saw that they were teaching and also incorporating European people that Malcolm X didn't teach. What about Elijah Muhammad knew about was with the ordeal in Mecca, but he did not teach his followers in America. That's on him because he wanted to establish an organization to separate them from the European people. Yes, these are some of the statements Malcolm X taught concerning Elijah Muhammad. And that European people are the enemy, our enemies, and are the devil. The devils that is destroying our people. All of that is a fact, brothers and sisters. And see, Malcolm X knew these things. And believed them. And believed the statements of Elijah Muhammad. And so when he came back with these things, and he found out through Elijah Muhammad's son that his father had all the young secretaries pregnant out of, wedlock, fornication, and would practice immoral practice. So he said he confronted him. But he disciplined and corrected the sisters, but did not correct himself. And so Malcolm X took offense to that and start belittling Elijah Muhammad and character, assassinating his character, even went so far to the European media that he was taught against and that he used to speak against according to the teachings. And see, a lot of y'all don't pay attention to this, but please, if you listen to Malcolm X tape, brother, so I'm not on no side of Islam. Per. But wrong is wrong, brothers and sisters. These are the things you got to know. We all got to know, brothers and sisters. when it was in the house, and you know that somebody is killing you, brothers and sisters. Just like Ali said against Malcolm X. Yes, he said to the European anchor man that European people is our enemy. They are killing us. And see, and another big mistake of our people, they go and talk to the reporters, the European reporters. See, that's a no-no as well. Majority of our people did these things, got killed, brothers and sisters. Check the history. It should always stay in-house or just leave it alone and say, let the Creator handle it. But don't take it to a foreign nation, what Malcolm X did. He went on the media, running his mouth too much, brothers and sisters, to our enemies. And also, he says, see, in his last speech, if you listen to his last speech, brothers and sisters, Malcolm X was changing from what Elijah Muhammad was taught him about Europeans is our enemy, and we should separate, to start teaching that, you know, if we're going to stay in America, we might vote. See, so it started to become a vote for benefits. Yes. And see, you know, voting somebody in the office that they may in turn give us benefits. And he already knew that majority of the time our people voted and elected somebody, and somebody got elected in the office. They only did probably 1 or 2% of the thing they say what they're going to do out of the 99% of the thing they say they're going to do for our people, brothers and sisters. But nevertheless, when you vote, that's like you giving a donation. You aid it into the enemy government to further destroy you. See, but see, and so that was his intention to build this new organization. See, he was forming a new organization, and was going to get a ring of people on the vote for this so like a lot of our people do today. But that was over 50 years ago, and our people still dying, brothers and sisters. See, that system don't work either, brothers and sisters. That Malcolm X was entertaining and was going to lead a mass of people by a reputation that he obtained, just like Muhammad Ali said from Elijah Muhammad. Muhammad Ali said he was a bum. Basically, he was nothing. And to this man taught him a corrupt Islam, which is idolatry. That's a fact, brothers and sisters. Anybody can learn these things. Because these people don't even know who they really are. See? Malcolm X never knew who he are, even though he got a name from Elijah Muhammad. Muhammad Ali don't know who he is. Hopefully, maybe it changed that he know that we are Abaru people, brothers and sisters. Farrakhan followed the same corrupt system, brothers and sisters. These are facts. A lot of our people follow Christianity, and you know, so Malcolm X was wrong in a lot of ways. A lot of people follow Malcolm X because he said a lot of wonderful things. But a lot of wonderful things he was saying, that's when he was with the organization called the Nation of Islam. That's a fact, brothers and sisters. You got to have this knowledge. You got to know the time when he was with the Nation of Islam under the Elijah Muhammad, what he was saying, and then the time when he separated, when he got put out of the Nation of Islam for all the demeaning things he was saying against the leader that taught him Islam. And see, these are things you got to look at. That's my children coming in the room. But family, these are the things you got to look at. It's to the utmost important, brothers and sisters. Our people are being destroyed for a lack of knowledge, for going into the religions. Our people being destroyed and being corrupt and defiled to this day. Because the fact is, the European people, y'all said in Deuteronomy 28, is and are our enemies. Elijah Muhammad was 100% on that fact. Islam is false, but the statement of these people is our enemy that Malcolm X went to and started running his mouth so much, cost him his life, brothers and sisters. Even Europeans had an input on it or not. And just like Muhammad Ali said, that's what Europeans do. They try to destroy a leader of a so-called leader of our people, or a potential leader of our people, by using somebody else that is famous to do this. And that's how they were using. And that's how Malcolm X was using himself. And he even said if somebody did that other than him, he would have killed that person. And so if whoever killed him, somebody from our people or the European people, but nevertheless he died, brothers and sisters, because he did act carefully. But he wasn't wise in the things in the statements he said. These are fact, brothers and sisters, because he should have just kept up between his own people. If you see somebody committing adultery, fornication, you don't run to an outside nation that already been destroying you. That's what he did, brothers and sisters. So, and that's a fact, brothers and sisters. You got to deal with your own people. If you're saying you want to be free, you want to be independent from the European people killing you, regardless of what the judgment is, you got to learn how to deal with your own people accordingly to their sins that is against you and against the Creator, number one. Because if they sin, it's against the Creator, number one, and then you. That's a fact, brothers and sisters. You see, so with the nation of Yada, it's not like the Nation of Islam, that's a religious organization that was formulated from a religious-minded man that taught some moral principles. See, most religions teach some formality, some form of the Torah. That's a fact. That's why they incorporated in the Torah and they teachings that can pull a man from alcohol and drugs, like they pulled him, Malcolm Little, and became Malcolm X, and they pulled them that way, brothers and sisters. And he came all his teachings to Elijah Muhammad. And then talked against Muhammad and said he had all these young girls pregnant, brothers and sisters. And see, so Malcolm X did not have the knowledge of Yah. That's a fact. He didn't know that he was an Abu person, even though he gave his tour in the scripture and said these people must be us, but he never said they was us. Because he didn't know that as a fact. Because he retained Islam in him. And he was teaching that if the people and the followers of Elijah Muhammad went to the Arab world, they'd chop their head off for saying the things they say and the teaching they teach. That is not accordingly to Islam did, brothers and sisters. That's a fact, brothers and sisters. But I'm not here. I hate to even talk about Islam because I know it's a falsehood. It's a religion, and all religions are false. And let them in the room. Excuse me, fam. Let them in the room and let my door go right now. And let them in the room. Get away from my door. That's my son. He want to come in. My other children try to hold him back. Hold on for a minute, son. This is real life, fam. And I'm doing a video, son. And they just irritate me. And I've been finna talking. It's almost over, son. And that's Yada. He roared like a lion. And you see that, family. So this real life. So it's very important, family, that we learn to trust Yah. And turn back to Yah, his whole nation. The remnant of it is people, brothers and sisters, because religion are destroying you, brothers and sisters. And like Yah said, you got to know your enemy. They will never love you. He said your enemy in Isaiah 1:20 will kill you if you don't obey him. And you see that. Over 50 years now since his death. and now they have a one they call Barack Obama that looked like us as president. I'm about to say the White House. Brothers and sisters, and the nation is still ruling us, ruthlessly. I never saw so many women in my life get destroyed by the European government. I never saw so many brothers get destroyed, gunned down on the street by the European government in America before my life, brothers and sisters. I used to hear about these things, the lynchings and all these things, but in my lifetime, under a brown man that they call a president is a shame, brothers and sisters. You know, brothers don't know what to do. And see, I call my brothers. I'm going to turn this away from Malcolm X now because he dead. And to be no more, brothers and sisters. He never was a representative of the Creator Yah, brothers and sisters, the representative people, the freest people. Neither was a Haile Selassie or anyone else, Harriet Tubman, none of them brothers and sisters. None of these people freed our people and brought them out of captivity and led them back home to Zion, brothers and sisters. They wanted to give it to them. They was not giving us the power, not Elijah Muhammad, none of them. They all dead now, brothers and sisters. And many of you like to follow the dead and bring back up the dead. I would that this one be back, and he would do this. They wouldn't do nothing but what they done, brothers and sisters, because they didn't have the ruach, the knowledge of Yah. These are things you got to know, brothers and sisters. And I plead with you, day by day, to obey Yah and let us come together, brothers, and rally and get organized and obey the every word of Yah, that we may be delivered and return home. And that the Father may use the nation to aid us and help us. Like he said, I show you the videos. I put these things out to you in video. I ask you, brothers and sisters, to send donations. To help yourself. That we may get a gathering place, a headquarters, that we may all migrate together, brothers and sisters. And return home. And to rebuild our nation, brothers. Because rebuilding of our nation is not coming without a fight. Our freedom, our salvation is not coming without a fight, brothers and sisters. Zechariah chapter 9. Read it. It's so plainly there. It's only one way we're going to get salvation. It's only one way we're going to get our land back, brother. Them Greeks in our land, them European people that's in our land, the Father said we got to remove them out of our land, brothers and sisters. Read Jeremiah chapter 52. They call Jeremiah chapter 52. The things y'all said up there concerning our nation, what we must do, brothers and sisters. He said we are his battle axe, his weapons of war. These are things you got to know, family. It's no way out of. This is not a religion that you go to. You go to a meeting, you hear a message, everybody clapping hands. Woo! You said some great words, but no action. Malcolm X said a lot of great words, according to what you appeared on paper, that is great words. In a speech, that is great words. But it was never no action, never no freedom, never no gathering. That a gathering that migrate together, dwell among each other. It never was that. Elijah Muhammad didn't do it. Marcus Garvey never did it. None of these people done it, brothers and sisters. The closest one came to that is the one that he did. That led our people, some of our people, back to Israel 40-something years ago. Ben Amin, brothers and sisters. But he claimed, his people claimed that he was a Messiah, but he died. And they found out and caused them to be second-class citizens in our own land. That the European people still ruled them over there. So you know they were still under the curse as well. They went back home too soon, the wrong way. You can't play with y'all brothers and sisters. Nobody. You'll get destroyed. On that day, you all likewise will perish, brothers and sisters. And you see many are perished. Many taught. And many died, brothers and sisters, with their falsehood. That's a fact, brothers and sisters. We're only getting back home by the plans of Yah. And I'm here now to reveal to you the plans, to show you the plans of Yah, the plan. I'm calling you to a plan of action. That's why I said donate that I may get and we will see tangible stuff where we're going to touch and we're going to feel. We're going to go to, we're going to meet, we're going to gather, we're going to migrate together, we're going to go home together. We're going to get the land accordingly to the way Yah told us to get the land, brothers and sisters. This is not about fame and fashion. It's about planning, protecting, to guard the ways of Yah, like he told Abraham. He taught Abraham and said, teach it to your children to guard the ways of Yah. They did not build that temple in the wilderness, brothers and sisters, without material. Yah told Moshe what to do and how to build that temple. He had to take that knowledge and tell the leaders. The leader had to tell the people. And all the ones that was willing, go read the story, brothers and sisters, was willing and able to put a hand into it. And the tabernacle was built. Along with the Ark of the Covenant. All the things were built by the hands of our people. All the thing Yah gave us was the two tablets that was written by him. Everything else we had built. We got the land by war the first time. They had to march from Mizraim through past Esau. They call Edom now. Past on the Ammonite, past the Moabites before they entered into the land. And there was other nations they took out well along the way. They encountered brothers, giants. They said people of great tall stature. They had all these people they had to deal with. Brothers and sisters. The father said, we got to return home. We got to come together. That's why he showed that, brothers and sisters, in Ezekiel. These are things you got to go back and study, brothers and sisters. He gave Ezekiel, the prophet, the vision. Then told him what it means. These are the people of Yashael Yah. They called Israel. Assembling back together, coming one. A huge seat in the army. Returning home. And 4 times you can see in that statement. In chapter 37. He said they would turn home. And they would know that it was me. See, because Yah said his words go out before him. His words he gave to the prophets. As they told them, they had to seal it up in the book. In the latter days, they would know exactly what to do. They would know what it means. We can't sit around in America like churches, like you're doing your fake Sabbaths every week and gather together. That's not the gathering of Yah. The gathering of Yah is nation coming together and migrating together to return home. And then that's why the Father said also in the writing, when we return home, the nations will know that we have a change of heart towards Yah. They would never know this. And you talk about you walking down, you going to this building, you got having the gathering in your house and calling it Yah seven in captivity. When Yah said the land of Zion, the land of Yashael Yah, we get his rest. Until we return home and restore it, brothers and sisters. And Yah said strange nations will dwell in our land while we are cast out in the grave with exile for punishment. And 2/3 would die. And that's what you see, brothers and sisters. The remnant of the 2/3 are dying before you. And he said you will serve wood and stone. That's like Christianity, Islam. And all the bunch of religions that come with it, brothers and sisters. So you will be engulfed and consumed under the deception of idolatry, El worship, Elohim worship. Brothers and sisters, that many have you deceived. And yes, Elijah Muhammad was a great deceiver. Malcolm X found out a little about the things he did, the immoral things he done, and got out, but he was still engulfed under religion because he still practiced religion. And then he wanted to connect with America and get into the politics for benefits. See, y'all told us to separate. Because if you get into politics and you're voting, you still been depending on the European people who enslaved you, brothers and sisters. So the cycle of deception and destruction continue upon your nation. You continue to intertwine. You say you want independence. But you still seeking integration when you're voting into their system, brothers and sisters, because you're not incorporated into your own system, totally separated. And that's what Elijah Muhammad tried to do. That's why he probably didn't waste his time trying to teach them Islam of a foreign nation. He put the twist on it. And so when Muhammad, see, I'm dealing with the Islam name, but when Malcolm X went there and found out differently, it changed up, and he started just running his mouth and got destroyed, brothers and sisters. That's a fact. Y'all should see that, brothers and sisters. These are things it should not be. You always keep things in house, especially if you join an organization and you talk about your enemy, and then you get out of the organization and claim like, okay, these people are not my enemy. I'm going to run to them for aid and help. That's how I seen if that was his intention or not. But according to his words, when you want to vote, that's your intention, brothers and sisters. Believe it or not. Because that means he lacked the knowledge of Yah. Because he still should have in mind to separate from the enemy. Okay, join organization. He was forming an organization, but his knowledge should have been, no, I'm not going to connect with my enemy. But that's what he was returning back to, brothers and sisters. Just like Tupac Shakur talk about something like that. Voting. And a lot of people ride here because they lack the knowledge of Yah, brothers and sisters. Yah told us to totally separate from our enemy, the European people who enslaved us. It will be our enemy for life. That's a fact, brothers and sisters. Just like fathers, you can see them keep on every December 25th, Christmas. They're gonna be a mockery to Yah. These people hate the creator Yah. That's a fact. Read Jeremiah 52, brothers and sisters. Y'all said they making mockery of him. And all the idolatry things they practice, brothers and sisters. That's what Islam do. So meditate on these things, brothers and sisters. Please, if you can, send a donation to www.nationofyah.weebly, WEEBLY.com. And with that, I'll say Todah Yah.